So on today's checklist, we're going to get back into the swing of things this fall by implementing good habits into our lives. But how do we make those habits last? Well, here to guide us is board-certified psychiatrist Dr. Sue Varma. Dr. Varma, good to see you.
Good morning.
Great to have you back.
Good morning.
So first of all, what constitutes a habit?
Yes. So the anatomy of a habit is having an intention. I want to make a change. And then having a decision-making plan. How am I going to make that change? Then you want to act. Get everything lined up and put it in motion. And the final and most important piece is automation, because we want it to become routine.
Okay. So a habit is routine, right?
Absolutely, yes. And we have eliminated choice, because a lot of times people say, you know, I don't make good choices. And the reality is that choice is the enemy of habit, right? Because we are subject to decision-making fatigue. I'm motivated, I'm not motivated, I'm tired. So we want to be able to routinize something as much as possible.
Okay, so a lot of kids going back to school now. Why is this a good time to start a new habit?
Yes. So fall is a good time just as any. People think it has to be the beginning of the year, and I don't agree with that. Anytime you want to have a change in your life, you want to streamline something, you want to make it simple and automated. Going back to school is crazy making for a lot of parents. So you really want to have things in place. You know, and what we don't realize is that so much of our habits are determined by our emotions, our attitudes, our behaviors. All of this determine our habits, and our habits determine our health. People don't realize that 80% of our health is determined by our habits, and we can change that. People don't realize. They think genetics is so important. Oh, my family has diabetes and cholesterol. There's nothing I can do. 80%, so it's huge. And what we need to realize is that you have far more control than you think. People want to leave things to choice, but if you want to get something done, you want to make it a habit.
Okay.
Just really quickly, because I've seen the word automate come up twice.
Yes.
How does one automate a habit?
Yes. So here's the thing is you have to really eliminate barriers. So that's where the decision making comes in, to say what is going to be easy for me. A lot of times people want to do 2 new habits at once. For example, you want to have a workout routine. Don't do it at 5 in the morning if you happen to not be a morning person, right? So if you're not a morning person, that is not the time to start something. So you want to make something easy. You want to make it accessible. You want to make it fun. Get a buddy in with you. Say, let's meet after work, 6 p.m. Let's meet at the track. Let's go for a jog. And you want to keep it new and you want to keep it fresh.
How do you distinguish between a good habit and a bad habit?
Yes. So here's the thing, Craig, is that bad habits really are not about bad choices. They're really about not having a habit at all, right? And so what happens is, let's say 10 p.m. at night, last night, I was like, oh, I'm kind of stressed. I'm preparing for a talk. I've got a lot of stuff to do. And I want to lean in the fridge. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't eat. That's just for me personally.
Yes, that's your habit.
And that's it. Because I was like, what do I choose? No, it's not a matter of making choice, because at 10 p.m. at night, I have already made, the average person makes 30,000 choices in a day. 200 of them are of food alone. And we do know when we look at judges, when we look at doctors, they have less mercy for people at the end of the day. Judges don't want to give parole to people. Doctors are not giving out pain medication at the end of the day because they're tired. And we don't want to leave it to that kind of decision making.
I won't do a forecast late in the day.
We only have about a minute left. I was looking at your steps towards a routine, making habits easy. You've talked about that, associated with positive emotions, a time or a place. And then I see you have habit stacking. I don't know. What is habit stacking?
So habit stacking is taking something, if you already have a good habit, let's say you happen to drink a lot of water and you keep your bottle at your desk where it's visible, and you need to take vitamins, and that's not something that's new, or you need to take medication. Do it at the time that you drink the water. So you want to pair
something that you're already doing.
Pair it together. And in terms of being able to maintain good habits, because a lot of times people say I can start it, but I fall off the wagon about a month in, and that's totally normal. You want to keep things new and exciting. You change it up a little bit. If you're somebody who happens to say, okay, I took a Pilates mat class, but I'm kind of getting bored of it, but I did like it. So up the ante a little bit and say, maybe I'll do the reformer. If you've been jogging for a year and have a challenge, say I'm going to do a 5K. Maybe next year I'll do a 10K. Maybe I'll do a half marathon.
Okay.
Do it with a buddy. Be accountable. Have a habit tracker. Keep a journal. Keep a spreadsheet. One habit thing that I love is, let's say you're not somebody who remembers or wants to wake up in the morning. Give your sneakers the night before to a neighbor or to a friend and say, we're going to work out together. You bring my shoes, I bring your shoes.
Oh, that's funny.
I like that's a good one.
Sneaker swap.
Sneaker swap. That's really good. And then you're held accountable because you have their sneakers.
Yes. And some of us are more accountable to others than we are to ourselves.
Totally.
Dr. Varma, great advice.
Good advice.
Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. For more on building good habits, go to today.com. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.